got this in, oh boy, I got on YouTube in 16. I think I got this spring of 17.
Okay.
So it
holds up pretty nice, dude.
It's not too bad. I mean, I've admittedly had to replace the axles once or twice just because we overloaded it.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't know the difference between a 7K trailer and a 10K trailer. I didn't know any of this. I mean, I watch YouTube videos. That's why I make review videos for people to understand. Just getting a lay of the land. You know?
That's smart, dude.
So workbench again. This worked great. I mean, we had proof of concept, right, for this trailer for a long time. So when we started the other trailer, it was just a little bit longer. Upgraded the axles. Came with the factory for E-track. Maybe one or two other things, but nothing super crazy. They upgraded it with some cool LED lights inside. But beyond that, it's a tried and true design. Some people get these deleted and removed. Mine's flapping in the wind up there, but there you go. But again, simple workflow, nothing crazy.
Equipment and fender racks everywhere, dude.
Yep.
Keeps everything nice and organized.
It's worth the investment, it really is. So one thing I'll show you that all of this is mostly going to get cleaned up. Not only some of the scratches, we're gonna get some body work done, but also the logo. This is gonna change, right? So a dilemma that came up, and maybe you guys can relate to some of the growing pains. And again, forgive me if I'm losing you guys on some of like the growth conversation here, but like things that what got you here won't get you there.
Yeah.
So we're admittedly experiencing a lot of that. Even though I thought I had a vision sometimes of like where we're at and where we're going, you know, we don't have it all figured out, obviously. So one of the conversations where we have the new 20-foot trailer is now this artwork doesn't really match on a 20-footer.
Yeah.
I've got 4 feet of gap
right
on both sides. So then you're like, well, do we do a full wrap? Do we space this out? Do we even want this on there? Do we even want that logo? What are the big guys doing? And the big guys, and again, teach their own. And if you already wrapped your trailer 2 minutes ago and you're like, shit, I just spent $4 grand. Hey, apologies, no big deal. But most of the biggest of guys are just keeping a simple logo and maybe even a website. Not even a phone number.
Really?
Yeah, because they want folks to go to the website, fill out the submission form, so the team gets the lead.
Yeah.
Versus, we're over here with like 70. They're trying to not be found. They're trying to be more exclusive, right? Because they don't want the biggest of sites. They don't want Mary on a subdivision
this,
knocking on the door.
Gives the customer control.
Well,
And if you have their information and what their needs are, then you have control. Is that what it is?
well, it's more of like, hey, it's like when you see the car haulers on the side of the road that say not for hire. Like, you're like, that's a cool rig, man. I want him to like take care of my load, but he's not for hire. Well, how is he not for hire? How do I get in? So it's a little bit more of like an exclusive kind of a site management kind of attitude is what I'm hoping to pull, not just throw my brand down people's throats. Right? Like, hey, we're backlogged for 6 months. We might be able to take your site on next spring. But that has to come with a really robust marketing machine. You've got to backfill enough leads. Because if you're going from hand to mouth with your sales and your landscape work, you're never going to be able to create that pull, that vacuum.
Right.
So that being said, we want to advertise and market and brand saying that's us, but we also want to look desperate and saying, hey, we need you now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot that goes into that. You know, study and see what other guys are doing, see what the biggest of companies are doing. They're going lean, they're going clean, they're looking like a tech company. But you have to deliver no matter what you do. You can brand looking like a baller commercial site management company until that first snowstorm comes and your loaders aren't going or your plows aren't going. Like, you have to deliver on results. Right at the end of the day. So of course we're talking equipment. We always talk equipment on social media for the love of God, but we're really excited about building a more successful real business, not just trucks and trailers. In fact, I should have did this because we use a different CRM than you. But all things being said, like, we've made some big investments into software even that were potentially a little bit bigger than our pay grade. Or we're like right there, right? Lately with LMN, for example.
Jobber. No.
Promo code BB10, right? But again, like you have to figure out where your business is at and where you want it to go. And for us, like, we were using a different CRM, but we've actually both used before, Yardbook. It's a phenomenal CRM to start with. But as you've grown and evolved, you've had to change your CRM to a Jobber. As I want to grow and expand, not to hopscotch over Jobber or anything like that, because I know $10 million companies that use Jobber. But for me, I'm trying to model what the biggest guys are using, and I wanted to use an LMN, right? Which took, hey, I'll be honest, like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks kind of deal. Like, I was set in my ways. I was happy with my CRM. I know you've been through a lot of CRM challenges, we'll call it, the last couple of years. But again, like, it's what are the biggest guys doing? Where do I want to be 5-10 years from now? Well, they're doing this, and this. So I'm gonna do this, and this, right? So we've made some investments and we're figuring it out. It's been great. It's been a huge blessing. I mean, transformative blessing. Can I plug the masterminds? Do you mind?
Yeah, do it.
Mark Bradley, like, he's my guy right now. Whether you guys want to drink the Element Kool-Aid or not, he's doing 4 masterminds through fall that I highly encourage you guys to check out. I don't know when this video come through, but I think he's got Chicago, Texas, Boston, and Detroit. Tickets a couple $100. Highly encourage you guys to check those out. I should be at most of them, to be honest with you. I'm super excited about hanging out with Mark at all of these, and they transformed my business about 11 months ago. Changed my life.
Dude, some of the stuff I learned this week.
Yeah, Mark was one of our speakers.
I'm like,
it's phenomenal.
Dude, you don't know what you don't know. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. So if you get the chance or you fly into one of like Chicago, probably a $200 flight, well worth the investment.
Tell me about this whiteboard, man.
Well, first off, we got it on Amazon. It was like $200, no big deal. So that's just a nominal investment, but what it's done for the company, I believe, is helped keep all of us on the same sheet of music. When I did reviews with everybody in the spring, I just told my guys candidly, I'm like, hey, what do you need from me? You know, I want to just give you all the equip you as much as that I can in the business, because it's gonna be a crazy year coming up. And all of them said more communication. And I'm pretty sure all of us in life, whether it's spouse, kids, everything in between, we could all agree we all need to communicate more. And even whether it's expectations, just, hey, what's the schedule? Hey, tailgate talks and more training. That's what the guys wanted, more training and more communication. Yeah. And I would have to say, like, this year, we've probably done the most amount of training and tailgate talks that we've ever done, because the guys are moving and grooving. Like, they're growing, they're changing, evolving, everything's moving. So there's a lot of conversations you know, some realignments, some course correcting, them, me, like, we're just working together as a unit. So we need to communicate more. So every 2 weeks was the goal. We did that pretty solid through about July, August. Then it was kind of like just the dog days of summer. You guys know how that goes. It's just kind of monotonous mowing for another 6 weeks. And then we basically been back to a pretty semi 2-week schedule, which has been great. But usually I'm throwing my life or my schedule up here. The guys are throwing their schedule up here, PTO, concerns, what are we doing the next 2 weeks? So we try to give a 2-week running schedule and do a Monday tailgate talk. And then the guys were like, hey, can we do it on Thursday at the end of the week so we can just do this and get out? And I said, that makes sense too. Instead of front loading, we're doing it on the back end of the week. So, but this right here, again, $200, it's on wheels, you can roll it around. It's got this cool clip where you can flip, right? So maybe we have some really good notes. We can leave it up here and not lose it.
So this is kind of like what needs to be done.
Yes, this is either a to-do list, or we'll do some training, and or even some of the guys will lead on some of the conversation and teacher train on something. So it's very, very simple. But first off, we've never had a running whiteboard to share thoughts with the team. It's always a group chat or a group text. And this is the first time in the barn we've actually have like a pseudo shop where we can get 4 chairs around, get some Dunkin' Donuts, and talk about issues, problems, challenges. Hey, we had a customer situation. What can we do to work on that moving forward? And, you know, again, it's nothing super crazy, but it's just the glue, I think, that
I agree, dude,
that keeps everybody together.
Like, this is like,
yeah,
like,
this is a dream come
open
true.
my eyes to, like, man, we need to do this. And in any capacity, dude, you could put one of these in a trailer, like put it on the wall. Like, I think it's super important that one of the speakers at LAL, I know we keep touching on it because it was yesterday, but he said, like, having your guys be able to tell you what is a problem, what needs to be done, and then watch you as the owner solve that problem, just builds trust with you and your team. Yeah, again, I want to be a better leader, right? So that means I need to serve my guys and figure out how I can make their life better and easier and more effective and everything in between. And again, they all said we just need more, we would all request more communication, more accountability. We just need to know where you're at, and I need to know where they're at, if you can imagine that. Because if I'm doing 100 different things, building my life, doing social media crap, having kids, living in a camper, like, what do you guys need to get the job done? And so they'll leave notes. Most of them are positive, and most of them are not 4-letter words, right, Ryan? Behind the camera. But they razz me, make Brian mad, make Brian frustrated. Check plus, they do that all the time. But well, oh yeah, and then the company. Actually, if I can flip this, I'll show you. Blake, this was a dream come true. Let me see if I can do this and not hit anything or mess anything up. Let me pull this out a little bit. So this, some people might have seen this
in the spring. But this was an exercise we did for the first time in our company in 16, 17 years. We had, in the spring, after I came back from our Mark Bradley Mastermind, we put all of our core values on here. First time we've had core values. We've had like unwritten rules, you know, like the standard. We've had like what we do or don't do as a company, that kind of stuff. But to actually like spell it out, we had 2 or 3 days of banter, great conversations. We had food, breakfast, you know, just trying to get this all figured out in the spring. So we've got the vision statement, the mission statement. We use a lot of Chat GPT, go figure, to help us out, you know. And this is, a lot of this is actually stemmed from those masterminds I was plugging earlier from Mark Bradley. But as we kind of cast the vision for myself and the guys and what we all want to do as a company, you know, this is the core conversation of the business. And it doesn't matter if you're a ragtag team of guys, sometimes maybe like we are, even 3, 4, 5 guys, a couple kids running around helping us out. Like, this is something that I think people can get excited about. I get excited about. And it just kind of paints the vision like, hey, we're a small company, but we always don't have to be a small company. We can grow into a big company, but this is where we're going. And the guys came up with pretty much the core values. I had my opinions on things and what we have a word, but then we define what that word means. I had my expectations, guys brought in their expectations, but that way we don't have rules, we have standards. So that way when somebody's 30 minutes late, I don't have to boss people. I was telling my guys, I'm not here to boss you. Don't make me boss you. Yep. But rules, now I have to boss. Standards, the guys boss each other, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So, I brag on the guys all the time. They're all here right now. We're all, you know, having fun. But without them, we wouldn't have a company.
I love that.
Yeah. I think that was Mark. You guys can see. No red mulch.
That's awesome.
And basically, it's make it happen. You know, at the end of the week, we make tall grass short, and we plow snow from here to there. We make it happen. I don't care the excuse. I don't care the expense. Get the job done. I just tell guys, just make it happen. Rob, he's running the foreman right now with the crew. These guys are all basically foreman ready for next year. We should have 3 crews running around. But just make it happen. Just don't call me on Friday with excuses. Yeah. Dude, call me on Monday, call it on Tuesday, call each other, figure it out, just make it happen. This is how we make it happen. So it's pretty cool.
I think this is the most important thing you've shown.
I love this.
I mean, that's huge for a business.
I was tearing up having these conversations with the guys because it was a dream come true. And that way, when you bring in new guys into the team, into the organization, there's a standard, you know. Yeah. And again, it's a team buy-in, so I'm really happy. Brian, put that marker down. He's probably saying, make Brian mad, you know.
Dude, I love this system.
The rack. The racks. Yeah, the rack is awesome.
I mean, dude, this is like I can't even shake it. Like, I can't even move it.
It's bolted down. I mean, we got the lag screws or whatever bolted down. It's called lev rack. Have you ever heard of it or seen it?
Just from you, bro.
Yeah, it's I saw it on Instagram.
It's like Home Depot stuff, bro. Like, it's like the Home Depot racks.
Oh, humbly, it's way better than that. I've seen all the automotive shop guys and like the big YouTubers. Yeah. Like that, you know, the car guys. They all have the stuff, and
it's wild.
It's sweet. I've always wanted this. Just one, to have a space to store crap, because we came from 4 or 5 storage lockers. Yeah. So if you guys are in the storage locker phase of your business, I get it. I've been there for a long time. But we just wanted a place to put the off-season equipment up on the racks. So people ask, maybe just some context, like, are we running the business out of the barn? The answer is no, because all the rigs stay at a storage locker facility for parking spaces, because it's just more practical because it's in the route. But all the excess equipment stays here because it just makes sense to stop paying rent.
So your guys go to the storage facility, yep. Basically park their cars where the trucks are?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and that'll change too as we court, you know, finding a shop and an HQ, a real HQ. But this is a giant Band-Aid where we can take our company to a couple million and retool. Lawn equipment basically stays in the trailers. Snow equipment's gonna stay in here, go up on the racks. Nice. And it's just a cool place too for the guys. I mean, as we clean it up and get it more organized, we'll have couches, we have some video game consoles. I want to get like some cool arcade games. We'll have a fridge in a hot minute. I'm just trying to cash flow this off. It's super expensive, as you imagine. A fridge these days is $500, you know. Right. A couch is $1,000, but
probably the least of the expenses here. But yes.
yeah, right. I complain about the $1,000 couch after dropping 20 grand on pallet racking, right? So
dude, we skipped over Thunda. There's the famous Thunda.
Yeah, she's been loyal, man. She's been a great truck. Super happy, super great. He, she. I don't know. Are we doing pronouns? I don't know. The truck is kind of due for a refresh, so that we hope to change up in the spring, in March, April, and then probably buy another truck. So that'll be cool. So we need 2 new trucks next year. Just to kind of re-clean it up a little bit with what we're doing for the branding. I want it to look like that other red truck out there. And then leaf boxes going on, plows, again, all this stuff. You know, my kids have been running amok in here. Go figure. We're real people, you know. So, but the barn's got bathrooms, so the guys don't have to run to the house, you know. But one thing too.
Nice.
Yep. Bath, shower. Any of you guys can use the workout equipment.
Dude, a shower?
Yep.
That is flipping cool.
Yep. That way, if they want to work out, you know, before, after, or
dang, dude, that is so sweet.
Anything I have, they're welcome to use, kind of deal. So it's a team win.
If you're like, dude, I got a date tonight. You're like, yeah, dude, after work, just bring clothes, take a shower real quick.
Whatever you want to do, 100%.
Yeah,
that
dude,
or we got a rain day and they want to hit a pump before, after. You know, in the winter, we're kind of living here probably, you know, with snow, getting ready to go out. So we'll maybe dispatch, cook some food, run the timber stove, you know, get some hot pellet, you know, heat going, just hanging out.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. So we want to make a fun place. So again, we're not trying to run the business out of here. It's just a small HQ, you know, if you will, for now. But it's just a big Band-Aid, if you will. So that being said, here's the workbench area. Got the lighting. I got
Those
a lot
are sweet.
That is super cool.
Those are awesome.
I don't know how practical, but it's definitely a cool factor. You know, I've seen a lot of automotive shops again. Nick Carlson, Mulchmate. I know you know Nick.
Dude, honestly, that's probably a phenomenal thumbnail.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, it's just eye-catching.
It was so cool. Well, I'll show you we have the under cabinet lighting, and it was kind of mute. So we added this because it was like $600 for the kit. It wasn't anything expensive, but it just looks cool.
Dude, it looks so sweet.
Yeah, yeah. And then here's my RV mattress. We bought a nicer mattress for the RV. We just took that into the house. Next to a random stroller, a random can of paint, and a tabletop for my kids.
Dude, that's real life, bro.
You know what I mean? So this is all just house stuff. This whole lane should be getting cleaned out this week.
Do you like these square barrels?
They're cool, especially for cutbacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
I think they actually have a new or smaller one coming out.
Huh.
A smaller one would probably be more effective for us because that's huge.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, we love them. The guys love them. No complaints.
And then what's this? The blade sharpening room?
This is a kind of a miscellaneous room that we are going to make into a blade grinding room for sure. So it's kind of a dry storage is what you would call it. So we're still just kind of moving in. Again, this all kind of got done, the shell and the concrete and all that mess, in March.
Yeah.
Well, like last fall, but really like through March because of winter. So we emptied out all the storage lockers in the spring, in March, threw everything in here. Season starts.
And then it's been
yeah, literally snap your fingers, 7 months later, we're here. So again, I invite anybody to come out and check it out if you want. In about a couple more months, we'll have it cleaned up and looking a little bit more professional looking. But we're doing the best we can, right? We only have so much bandwidth. But the idea is we've kind of decided as a team to use this as a dry storage. We might put up like a shelving rack or something. I'm trying to get one of those like Magnum-matic type of blade grinders. Don't you have one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen your videos. They, one or two of them, you know? But you gotta get back to some drone videos, by the way.
Dude, I will.
We need to get back to 2016, 2017 B&B.
Actually,
yeah.
I do have one coming out.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right. I grew up watching those videos, for real. So in some way, shape, or form, we'll put the Magnum-matic here. This is the RBG 712. This is a game changer. If you guys struggle with lawnmower blade sharpening, you want to keep it pretty much idiot-proof, this is what I would suggest. It's a good $600-700 investment, but it's the way to go. We've all used the Hornet, the blade grinders, an angle grinder on a vise, you know, all that mess. But this,
dude, I used a manual, like just file.
Just hand file?
I used a file when I first started.
Hey, honestly, the hand file, honestly gives one of the best clean cut edges, for sure. But it's just not practical when you got 50 blades that you got to sharpen every week.
Right.
So that'll be the Magnum-matic will go in here. Look, we still got our tape off from the guys painting just a couple weeks back. I mean, we're coming in hot, you know? So it's a lot. It's a big investment. I've spent a lot of money on a lot of things to get this far.
Dude, it looks incredible.
Well, again, I think the word used was launching pad and foundation. Yeah. That's what we're doing here. Yeah. So where we're at, we're trying to make the investments for that next level, and I know we're gonna get there. So it's pretty crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very challenging, exhausting process. I haven't slept much the last couple of years. The financial bank account's probably exhausted. I'm hoping to recharge it through fall, winter, just like you guys. Pray it snows. One of those kind of deals. So all that being said, living the dream though, man. It's been good.
Hey,
thanks
for having me. You did get to have your best friend forever spend the night at your house.
That's right.
The first night you're ever.
What did you think? Was it good?
Dude.
It's a good time?
Incredible.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Had a great time. Learned a ton from LAL.
I'll podcast until 1:30 in the morning.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed hanging out with you. And
thanks.
Dude, you just learn a ton. You got to get around people, bro.
You see we picked up the new Redmax?
Dang.
I thought you were going to do a fall cleanup on my property with me.
Dude, I should have.
Yeah.
You're up podcasting, dude. That's the problem.
They had a Redmax 15% off sale in October, I think it was.
A lot of people have asked me about this, dude.
I've heard a lot of guys love it. A couple people don't like it. A couple different, like the electronically controlled carbureted engine, I guess. A little this, little that. Tech that's above my pay grade, but I scooped it up. It was like $726, I think, out the door. So I was getting my Boss salter installed, and it was just staring at me the whole time. For like, I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy that.
If I see anything red or black matching the branding, I'll buy it.
I was like a moth to a flame. It just like it pulled me in. And the sales guy, different sales guy, my guy's Ted, and he comes up, he goes, 15% off last day, and now I'm like, here's my money, you know. So one of those deals. But anyway, love you guys, appreciate you. If we can do anything for any time, say hey. What else do they say? Like, comment, subscribe?
Brian's on maintenance. Check him out.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate ya.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.